Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0. And in case you missed this match, this was a FA Cup final that was played yesterday. Man, this is just to show you that so many things, like unpredictable things, are happening in football. Football is a kind of like an unpredictable game where we keep on seeing the impossibilities, you know, becoming possible every day. Sometimes you just see like 30 odd winning a match comfortably. This goal was scored in the first half. Like I was like I didn't believe, like I was waiting for Manchester City to respond to equalize this game and then start winning. But my dear, this was what happened. From 16th minute, Crystal Palace was able to hold on to their one goal, and then to the final whistle, lifting the FA Cup above Manchester City. Man, this is football, okay? So if you're with this mindset that, yeah, a big team will always defeat, man, then you haven't started. It is not like that. Football game is dynamic, it is dicey. And then whatever you see at the end of the 90 minutes is what you know. All right, but then we keep on trying, our best, bringing out our predictions, hoping that our stats are enough to sustain us. That is why sometimes you lose, but all we need to hope or and to believe in is believing in ourselves, and then hoping that the winning games becomes like we win more often than losing. All right, guys, good morning to you and welcome to King's Predict. If this is your first time joining us, yes, you're welcome to the family. And I want you to hit that subscribe button. It is very, very important. Subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss out on any updates, any games I'm dropping. Okay, like this video and share between or among your friends that are playing bet. You're not the only one. Trust me, I know that. Okay, now, so yesterday I presented us with 10 games. Pardon me, I made another mistake yesterday. I gave us one game that was supposed to play today. I dropped it yesterday, like it was among the 10 games. That was a mistake from my end, and like I'm 100% responsible for that. So, but outside the other 9 that was played yesterday, we had 7 winnings, 2 loss. Okay, 7 winning, 2 loss. So I hope to see those that edited their games, because I always believe that if you edit your games, like I always tell you, you always come out top. There's always a higher chance that you're going to win than losing. Because, okay, the last time I predicted Al-Nassr over 2.5, and then Al-Nassr went ahead to play 2. Okay, sorry, I presented Al-Nassr, yes, over 1, lies to score one more than 1 goal, like 2 goals and up, but they scored just 1. So in that kind of game, like if you had just played it like Nasri over 1 or over 0, like just cut down the risk a bit. Cut down the risk a bit. Squeeze out 2 odd. Just look around the whole games, squeeze out 2 odd, and trust me, you always, if not every time, most of the times you are going to be winning. Okay, that was it yesterday, and then today I also have 10 games for us. 10 games, and then the first one is what you're looking at right now on the screen, and it's coming from the Turkish Super League, and then we have Fenerbahce versus Eyüpspor. So what is it, what is my pick on this particular game? I tip Fenerbahce to win this game, though that's not my pick, that's not my prediction, but Fenerbahce to score at least 2 goals. Yeah, whether they win or they drawing, I just believe that they should be able to score over 1.5 goals in this match. Fenerbahce are running this race with Galatasaray, even though Galatasaray are now like a way, ahead or above them with, I think, up to 7 points. But them winning, they will always. I know Mourinho will keep on fighting. Being the head coach of Fenerbahce, I believe they will keep on fighting till till they see that yeah, there's no more hope. I mean, so I tip them to win. Fenerbahce is good this season. They have been scoring a lot of goals, and at home, yes, they should score at least 2 goals in this match. All right, guys. So the next game is from this Switzerland Super League, and we have Lausanne versus Lugano. Switzerland Super League, we have Lausanne versus Lugano, and my pick on this particular game is over 1.5. The both teams have been scoring a lot of goals this season, and then you look at the head-to-head, you can check it. Then look at their last 5 games, the both teams' last 5 games this season, and then you will see that they have scored almost all of them. Were over 1.5, and then I think that is the best prediction for this particular game, over 1.5. Okay, so let's see how it turns out. And then if there's any way that you are not finding or my prediction, or if there's any of my prediction that you don't think is right, then go down to the comment section and comment. Just let us know what you think. And then before I forget, I am supposed to give a shout out to one of my subscriber here. He has been following up and then participating, commenting, and recently, I think about 2 days ago or so, you won my shout out. I'm sorry for not have done it this since then, these few days, but I promise I haven't forgotten. Okay, you are going to get your reward from me, which I promised, and that is going to be a shout out. Okay, I'm going to give you a shout out on this channel, so when I do it, you will know. All right, so the next game we're looking at is from the Sweden Allsvenskan. Sweden Allsvenskan. And then we have Häcken versus Värnamo. Häcken versus Värnamo. And my pick here is over 1.5. Sweden Allsvenskan, and we have Häcken versus Värnamo, and my pick here is over 1.5. Sweden games or Sweden league. You see Sweden and Finland, especially Finland, but Sweden is still like that. I don't always like to go into their games. Sweden games or Sweden league, I prefer going for over corners. Although this particular season they just started, so over corner has to wait. But then I have to give them a try today by giving this particular game Häcken versus Värnamo over 1.5. So let's see how that turns out after the game. All right, the next one is Barcelona Villarreal. Of course, we all know that this is coming from the Spain La Liga. Barcelona Villarreal. Barcelona is almost at the verge of lifting that trophy since Real Madrid and then Atletico Madrid has fallen off the pecking order. They have been, they've lagged behind since they started playing draws and all that. So, but Barcelona is here. Like, they are raging with storms of fire this season, playing a lot of good football and scoring a lot of goals. So, Barcelona Villarreal, being played today, I tip this game over 2.5. The reason being that Barcelona, they are home and they've been scoring a whole lot of goals too. And Villarreal too has been the strong team, of course. Like, they have done really well this season and they are scoring. They can score and they are also good in conceding. So, like, I think this particular, I'm seeing both teams to score. Though cutting the risk down, like I always tell you guys, I pick over 2.5 instead or ahead of both teams to score. So my prediction here is in Barcelona versus Villarreal match is over 2.5 goals. Okay, guys, the next one is a South African Premiership, and we have Mamelodi Sundowns versus Magasi. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Magasi. And then my pick on this particular game is over 1.5. You might say home straight win. But straight win sometimes is dicey. I know we still can see games that that ends in like 1-0 and all that. But truth be told, Mamelodi Sundowns, like, they have been superb this season. Not just this season, but this season, like, they have been scoring 2 goals. This have been winning, like, peacefully, and then you can tip them straight win. But I'm going for over 1.5. Okay, so my prediction on this particular game, Mamelodi versus Magesi from the South African Premiership, is over 1.5 goals. So the next one is the Scotland Premiership, and we have St. Johnstone versus Dundee FC, or FC Dundee, anyone you might call it. So as you can see them on the screen, that is it. And then my prediction here is over 1.5. The last 5 games ended in all but over 1.5. And then, I mean, they're head to head. And then looking at, their last 5 games from both teams, they've played 4 over 1 out of 5 each. Each team. I'm talking about the both teams. I mean, so over 1.5 is my pick on St. Johnstone versus Dundee of Scotland Premiership. Alright, guys, so the next one is from the Russian Premier League. This is one league that I don't normally go to, but then I'm giving them a try today. Dynamo Moscow versus Akron FC. Dynamo Moscow. Well, my pick here might be kind of surprising, but Dynamo Moscow has been good this season. Like, they've been scoring a lot of goals. And then playing this game at home, I believe they should score at least 2 goals in this particular game. Yes. I'm not going for straight win. I'm going for Dynamo Moscow over 1.5. That is the home team over 1.5. And that is my pick, my prediction on this particular game. Alright, guys, so the next one is in the Netherlands Eredivisie. And then we have Ajax versus 20. Ajax versus 20 from the Netherlands Eredivisie. Ajax versus 20. And then both teams are going to score in this game. They are likely going to score. 20 have proven to be a good team this season. Ajax at home is going to score. Like, both teams have been scoring and conceding, not like too much, but yeah, they are not invisible. So I think my best prediction here is over 2.5. Okay, over 2.5 is the most let me see, likely predictions I'm seeing in this particular match. So 2-1, 3-1, 2-2, whatever. But let me just tell you, like, we are going to see over 2.5 in this game. So you might want to cut it down to over 1 to lessen the risk. Pick out your 2 odd and you're good. But then this is my pick, over 2.5. Okay, guys, so the next one is from the Kazakhstan Premier League. Kazakhstan Premier League, and then we have Ulaitau versus FC Astana. Ulaitau versus FC Astana. And then my prediction here is over 1.5. Alright, so the last but not the least is from the Italy Serie A, and we have AS Roma versus AC Milan. These 2 teams, they no degree for each other, like at all. So my prediction here is any team to score 3 or more goals in a row, no. AS Roma, they are strong, they are good. AC Milan, the same thing. So this should be a fight, fight that nobody is going to let the other win on a platter of gold without even giving a fight. So I believe it's either we see very few goals in this match, yeah, very few goals, or we see both teams to score, but then there won't be much goal margin. That's it. So guys, that is it for today. Please subscribe, share, and like this video, okay, so that you won't miss out. Like I always say, this is a channel where you would like to belong and watch my predictions every single day. So guys, my advice: giving you 10 games is not for the sole reason that you go and stake all in one ticket. I've said this time without number. Just pick out two odd out of all of them. Squeeze out, even if it's not up to two odd, depending on the money you're staking with, to 1.60, 1.70. Just make sure you pick out a very reliable game. Okay, that way you're going to win and cash out something. Okay, now, so I'm going to see you tomorrow. All right, goodbye.